Welcome. Good morning, everybody. We are here in the Banshee Cup, Season 2, round number 5 of the group stage. This is match number 1 of the day. I don't know how many of these I'm doing. I'm doing as many as we feel comfortable to do. Good morning, Nancy. Good to see you. And goodbye, leaving for church. All right, well, thanks for coming by. You have a good one, and maybe we'll see you later. But yeah. Thanks for swinging through. We're here on Infernal Shrines map number 1. We got Team Dynouh on the left, Team Mascarade on the right. It's very early for me. You don't want to renew until Subathon? I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. Yeah, Subathon is on Tuesday. Yeah, we are aiming for Tuesday. We should be good to go for Tuesday. But either way, thanks for coming by, everybody. We're in Banshee Cup. This is the Meta Madness style of draft. Heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps. There's some bounty system stuff that we can go through at some point. I don't feel like going through... No, I mean, we can go through this really quickly. Basically, it's heroes that are picked and played or heroes with specific talents or combos. So, Butcher, Cho'Gall, Nova, Asmodean, Gazlo, Murky, Probius, Valir, Kil'Thuzad. Infection, Kael'thas, Hunt Illidan, Nidus, Sagara, Twin Blades, Varian, Monstrosity, Abathur, and Longbowed Vikings. There's the combo of Stitches, Alexstrasza with the Globe talents at level 1, Lili and Chen with no specific talents, Triple Healer Team, no Healer Team, and Juice Pirates. And the way it works is there's $1,000 for the bounty pool. Every single time a team completes a bounty, they get a share of that pool. So if 4 teams complete 1 bounty each, that's 25% to all of those. What's up, Forget What? Good morning. What else am I missing here? If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe so we can grow the YouTube page. I'm so very tired. I apologize. We're doing our best to be awake right now. We have a few bans coming through. Of course, bans don't add to the ban pool. There's no baseline hero bans, so there's all heroes up and available. As I mentioned, it's that Meta Madness style of draft. Either way, I think that's most of the housekeeping that I can remember, and, they tried Convection Kael'thas yesterday. He completed Convection as well, but lost the game. Unfortunate. First pick, Sylvanas. Okay. First pick, Sylvanas is not too bad. Gives you really good push potential here on Infernal Shrines. Maiev will be the answer into... Well, not really the answer, but... Maiev will be the pickup right here. A lot of mobility. You've got good poke potential. Control onto the enemy with the Umbral Bind. Stukov will be grabbed as well, so maybe we see Warden's Cage, but it's been a lot of Containment Disc, Maiev, so I wouldn't be surprised if Containment Disc is going to be the direction they go, just to lock down one and be able to step in. Actually, grabbing in a Nubrak wouldn't be bad either. You can then cocoon one hero, Containment Disc another, and really kind of offset that team fight quite quickly. Spoilers. I don't plan on going back and casting the games from yesterday, so... Sorry. That was something I was thinking about doing for future content, but there's honestly so much Heroes content that we have right now, so it's like, alright, I'm not gonna double down on stuff. There's like NGS that's going on, there's a bunch of in-houses happening right now, so... I did think about it, though. I was like, oh, would be a good way to fill one of the days of casting this week, but... Either way, this week we got the subathon, and I'm hoping that we feel perfectly good for it. I'm feeling okay-ish right now sitting here, knock on wood. A little bit of soreness, but it's not like I'm pushing myself to sit here. Dahaka was banned away by the side of Team Dynouh. We'll see a Garrosh removed as well. Makes sense as Mopsio and friends don't want to deal with that Garrosh displacing Diablos. He goes in for the Shadow Charge. What else can we be looking at here? So we have the Maiev Stukov. Still gonna need a main tank, still gonna need a solo lane. They'll probably wait on the solo lane, pick up like a main tank, and, oh no! Maybe it's main tank Maiev? And they pick up another healer or something? What's the game plan here? Interested for Team Dynouh. I don't think they'll main tank Leoric. I guess they could flex. I mean, we'll see what they do. They could really flex. They could go into Uther as that last pick. Oh, I do like the draft of Team Mascarade, though. It's really well put together. Great wave clear, great shrine clear, good siege potential. Team fighting is fantastic. Scaling is wonderful. So, Team Mascarade with a fairly strong draft at the start here. And what will we finish up this left side with? Is it a main tank? Do we get a second healer? Are we gonna get a true tank? Okay. Alright, so they just kind of drafted a little weird here, but either way, the last pick of Muradin. Excuse me. Alright. Unfortunately, no Artanis. Thank you, Ashmantle. Good time to get your Twitch predictions in. 5-minute gamble as we load into map number 1 of the day. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Let's get into this. Slowly but surely, I will wake up. Alright, map number 1 of the day, first best of 3 of the day. We have got Team Dynouh on the left-hand side with Dynouh playing your gray main. Jaden on Maev, Darnovsky will be your Stukov. We've got a Hyde Leoric and a Krankle Muradin. Right side of the map, it's going to be Team Mascarade. Yasu playing the Blaze. Commander Rex will be your Mephisto. Valar is that Brightwing. We've got Masquerade Sylvanas. And Mopsio will be playing Diablo. Devil's Due for the Diablo, by the way. Naisha's Memento. Reactive Ballista Spores. We actually have Third Wind Muradin, so I don't know why Krankle was in the Hall of Storms doing a Dwarf Toss, but that's whatever. We've got that Consume Vitality for Leoric. Immediate Stormbolt into the face of Diablos. Mopsy is getting chunked right here. The face shift from Brightwing will be immediately forced as Yasu comes in with a Blaze Jet Propulsion. No connection onto that one, but Masquerade gets out of the engagement with a Haunting Wave back towards the allied side of the lane, and no kill, but good pressure onto Mopsy early on. Jabin. Jaden, yes, Jaden. Mopsio will be taken down in bottom lane. First blood does go over to the side of Team Dynouh. First Punisher will be Mortar in the mid lane. Yasu trying to read Hyde here, trying to get that Jet Propulsion to the fort front gate. Almost lands the connection onto Hyde. Meanwhile, Masquerade is getting great and free siege on the low side of this lane. Does take down the tower. Seems like Sylvanas will start rotating down towards the allies. Unyielding power level 1 for the Mephisto, working through those Skull Missile stacks. And Diablo's starting to pick up some souls here. Oh wow, 42,000 on Team Dynouh. Not a lot of faith on Team Masquerade here. Alright, well, there's some odds definitely to play. A little bit of body blocking coming out from Hyde, trying to slow down Yasu in the rotation, provide some sustained damage. Invade onto the camp over here on the right-hand side. Yasu getting a little bit low on this Blaze, but it's Commander Rex who's going to fall first in this engagement. Maya finds that kill. An early double kill for the side of Team Dynouh, looking fairly good here at the start here of map number 1. Pinned down for Maev as she'll be working on those Fan of Knives stacks. Neo Peasants for the Leoric. Oh, that's thick. No, it's Eyes in the Dark. I always mix up the thick skin talent icon, but either way, Eyes in the Dark for the Grey Mane. Valar is going to fall as well. Another kill over to the side of Team Dynouh as they're making the start of map 1 look absolutely easy. Masquerade in mid on Sylvanas is just clearing up this camp. Yasu being dove on gets the Jet Propulsion out of this engagement. Alright, Fallen Shaman on the top left to be worked on by Greymane. We've got Hyde going to top for a quick wave. Bottom got pushed in. Muradin around the objective already, starting to anchor up. Okay. Oh, wait. Potential invade onto the camp? No, they were just checking. Okay. So Sylvanas and Diablo will chill down into mid lane, or into bottom lane. This is a level difference right now, and it looks like Team Mascarade will give over the objective. Yasuo on this Blaze will push things up in top lane. I wouldn't be surprised if someone went to answer that. Greymane in the bottom is actually trying to de-push what Mascarade and Commander X have shoved into this fort front gate, and Crankle will be discovered in the rotation. It's an offset fight here. Dynouh with the Inner Beast active, getting body blocked by Mopsio. Pretty good right there, and it's enough for Commander X to get the last few autos and such in to take down the Greymane. Team Mascarade finding a kill of their own as Yasuo in top lane is going to get chased down. Darnowski does not land the does not land the Lurking Arm, but he will be able to get the, well, Maev's able to get the kill right there. Nicely done. Black Arrow's activated by Mascarade in bottom lane as Hyde finishes out the objective through mid. The Orc will maybe push that up against Diablo, but this bottom lane fort is absolutely being eradicated. Black Arrows have expired. Murden goes in with a Dwarf Toss. Stormbolt into Brightwing. Crankle takes a chunk of damage. Just at that third wind level 1. And that will proc as we have Masquerade getting a phase shift from Brightwing. Bottom fort does go down in favor of Team Masquerade, but that Brightwing will fall. Commander Rex should get picked off here as well. And meanwhile, mid lane, the Punisher being worked on by Mopsio. Punisher getting more than 50% of the fort as actually Masquerade tries to do the Sylvanas dip and everyone just keeps running towards the direction. Masquerade threw the Haunting Wave over this way and started running down this way, and everyone on Team Dynouh was like, yeah, you're gonna end up over here, dude. Oh, that was funny. They just kept running towards it. So anyways, Masquerade will fall at 7-1 in kills, as the mid fort did go down to the Punisher as well. Bottom fort going down. Let's cycle through the other numbers. Team Dynouh with a commanding lead. Alright, let's see. We got... Oh, it's a Haymaker! Haymaker Muradin. Haymaker into the Entomb, maybe. But it's also going to be, we're going to be seeing the Massive Shove, Containment Disc, and Cursed Bullet. A level still to go for the members of Team Masquerade just to get to their level 10. It's a 2-level lead to the side of Team Dynouh, who have decided, hey, next Punisher is bottom lane. We've got a decent wave down here. We've got a camp as well. Let's get some pre-siege onto the fort front gate, and this might be a quick map number 1 for Team Dynouh. Looking to maybe have the fastest map in Season 2. I want to say the fastest map is around 13 or so minutes for Season 2. I think Season 1, the fastest map was like 11 minutes or something like that. So we'll see what happens here. But it is level 10s. This could be the turning point for the side of Team Masquerade, as we have a bunker for Blaze. Might be activated here. Not going to be the case. Phase Shift will arrive to Blaze in time. Wailing Arrow Sylvanas. Blink Heal for the Brightwing. Durance of Hate for Mephisto. And we've got the Lightning Breath Diablo. Alright. Should see the announcement for the objective in a moment. Yasuo gets wave in top lane. Allies kind of hanging around just in case there's a potential invade onto him. The same can be said about this mid area, as we're kind of deathballing right now. Fire Stomp out from Mopsio. Hyde gets a quick clear onto the wave as Masquerade did use Black Arrows to lock down that fort for a moment. Fight breaks out. Durance of Fate onto the Muradin. Massive shove onto Blaze on the left-hand side. Crankle. Say Haymaker Muradin, so keep that in mind. I was like, where's the Avatar? Right, there's none to be available. Yasuo gets a phase shift in time. Hyde drops the Entomb. Fan and Knives having the Elun's Wrath value. Jaden able to get the Vault of the Wardens out. Commander X jumps in. Big jet propulsion from Blaze. Darnowski getting low here. 172, I think, was the lowest I saw it go. And Mopsio will get full souls off that kill of Maiev. Team Masquerade, post-level 10, looking a lot better. Alright. Hyde chilling in the bush. Drops the Drain Hope onto Mopsio. Wraith walks away. Still takes a handful of damage. And it seems like with Maiev down, this is going to be Crankle and crew. Nice read onto the blink heal direction from Brightwing into the minion wave, but Brightwing still finds a Yasuo blink away. The allies are rotating in. Mopsio has the Shadow Charge onto Dukov, who's immediately polymorphed as well. Massive shove from Darnowski is not going to be able to save the Stukov, and so he'll die just as Maev and everyone is back in kind of in play. Hyde starts working on the objective. I mean, he's already a quarter of the way through. I don't think Krenkel and friends can delay out the entire rotation down to this objective, though. Hyde gets 50% of this, doesn't land the Drain Hope, has to Wraith walk away, haunting away from Mascarade with the Wailing Arrow, gets the snipe onto Hyde. Containment Disc just a little too late right there. Stukov has respawned just now as the Leoric is picked off. Muradin Dwarf tosses in. I think he was looking for a Haymaker because it looks like it was on like a 10-second right there. A little bit less because that level 4 reverberation, but Team Dynouh kind of trickling in, kind of playing this like a Kung Fu movie, going in one at a time and just 1v5ing. It's like the early momentum was a bit of a bolster on their mentals, and they're kind of playing a little too loose at this point. Might need to tighten things up as Team Mascarade closing that experience gap. They get this Arcane Punisher for bottom. The Fort got taken down earlier. But it looks like the way that they're rotating, this is going to be just trying to manage the map, trying to find some equal value here. As possession is used onto the catapult, it's cleared out before the black arrows are activated, so kind of a waste right there, but it's not that big of a deal. Commander X was storm bolted, but had that Lightning Nova activated, so still had value while he was just sitting there. Stormbolt once again connecting. Krenkel gonna be dove on by Mopsio. Throws out the Fire Stomp. Bottom Punisher gets cleared out, and it doesn't get that much value. Gets the Keep front gate. Mid lane Fort front gate goes down, and Team Mascarade really trying to find something off of this. Half a level to go for level 16 on the side of Team Dynouh. And they'll look to just steal away camps as the top lane Fort does go down. All in all, though, it is a equal map. I mean, it's just different forts in different lanes available. Top lane Fort for the side of Team Mascarade, mid lane Fort, albeit a little bit healthier for Team Dynouh. Team Dynough's got this 16 talent tier advantage. They're going to rotate in and try and steal away this camp. Maybe find a fight. Virulent reaction onto Diablo. He gets chunked quite heavily. The Orc should have an Entomb up and available. He does. Lands it onto Diablo, who answers back with a Lightning Breath, but Diablo still goes down. Souls to be expended. Brightwing was put inside a containment disc on the right side of our screen, so that's the reason she wasn't able to help out Diablo whatsoever. As no camp will be stolen away, but they did reset Diablo's souls, which is a big win right there and a good chunk of experience. Floating around right now. Muradin going in, lands the double Stormbolt onto the enemy. Mopsio a little bit squishier on this Diablo as he doesn't have full souls. Turns of Fate going out from Mephisto, connecting onto Leoric as the Wraithwalk still coming through. Jaden with the Vault of the Wardens away. Body blocking a little bit. Yasu was haymakered by the Muradin onto the left side of our screen. Containment Disc, I think, was thrown out. Yes, it was. No connection. And I think they're trying to chase down Yasu, but he has given them the dip. Darnowski on this Stukov getting chunked down to 25%. Skull Missile value with the Abhorred Skull, as well as that lightning reaction, but the Abhorred Skull, hitting a hero, the Skull Missile grants 25% spell power for 6 seconds. Skull Missile deals 40% more damage to heroes under 50% HP. That Abhorred Skull is massive when you can land the rapid hits, and with the level 1 synergy of having the extra Skull Missile, more spammability. Alright, Lightning Breath for Diablo up in 5. Wailing Arrow as well. Bunker up in 9. Curse Bullet goes wide. Muradin Dwarf tossing in. Commander Rex is the target. Has to shade away. Big Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Krenkel can't do anything and didn't have Avatar, but they will trade Mephisto for Muradin. Massive shove onto Diablo as Yasu now has to drop down the bunker. Hyde trying to chase down some enemies. I think he has the Ominous Wraith Royal Focus. 13-16, so he's trying to get that Wraithwalk through the enemies and the big skeletal swing to get that cooldown reduction. Mopsio inside the Entomb, a little lurking arm from Stukov as well. The pings onto Mopsio, they want to take down the Diablo, and this will be the Lord of Terror. Gonna be the Lord of the Hall of the Storms. Good attempt. 45 seconds for his death timer as our next Punisher is up and available. Fallen Shaman in top lane pushing it. All right. Well, what was looking like a one-sided map at the beginning, this kind of unfolded into a nice back and forth. I mean, it is 10-6 in kills, but Team Dynouh had like, what, 3-4 kills within the first 4 or 5 minutes, so it was looking a little sketchy, and then Team Dynouh kind of was falling apart in the mid-game, but maybe they're pulling it back in as this is a wonderful containment disc onto Mascarade, who's able to get away. No, he's not. He's chased down by Jaden, who's looking for the double kill. One Fan of Knives could be enough, but it doesn't look like they can close the distance. Brightwing keeps blinking away, but no, Brightwing is pulled down here. Maev gets the double kill. Yasuo jet propulsioning away. As Leorc, by the way, was getting Punisher. I didn't even see that. I thought we just had the announcement, but either way. Hyde gets the Punisher. That's going in through top lane. There's a camp in mid, but I don't think, yeah, it looks like Dynouh will concern himself with that. Hyde's going to start pushing up against, start proxying the wave. And 2 dead, Brightwing and Sylvanas for 20 to 10 seconds. 20 talent tiers here, Blunderbuss, Shadow Orb Huntress, you've got the top off, Buried Alive, and that is going to be the Storm Shield, the Hardened Shield for Muradin. 75 armor. Physical and spell. Big Buried Alive onto Diablo, he gets inside the Entomb, Hyde tanking too many tower shots, the Haymaker for Muradin. Connecting onto Commander Rex, and I don't know if this is working out too well for the side of Team Dynouh as they just hemorrhage 3 members. Oh no, not like this. Jaden's able to blink away. Masquerade wants to chase down. This Maev won't be able to do so. I think there's only one button for this.
How quickly the tide turns.
Oh, that Haunting Wave was so close. I feel like I'm casting a fighting game tournament. Oh. Excuse me. All right. Leorc has respawned. He's in mid lane. We've got top lane keep going down. Masquerade Black Arrows have been activated, stealing away Catapult as well. It might have actually, she did steal away that Catapult. It's a little purple glow on it. And Team Masquerade in the lead. It's 12 to 10 in kills. Let's take a look. Oh, by the way, we didn't talk about Lord of Terror, Mimic for the Mephisto, Invisible Friends, Brightwing, Withering Barrage, and Fortified Bunker. Arcane Punisher in the mid lane will be up next. The announcement for that should be around like 18-ish minutes in game time. Oh, goodbye. They couldn't get Maev earlier, but they find her there. Mephisto jumps out. Dynouh getting hit with the Durance of Hate. Yasuo, does he have a jet propulsion? He gets Haymakered away. Fallen Shaman push up top, but they won't be able to get any damage onto the core as Fallen Shaman doesn't get, it doesn't push onto core too well. It pushes up to core, but not onto it. That verbiage makes any sense. Man, tons of siege damage through this mid lane. This is what I was talking about in the draft here. I love the draft that they put together for Team Masquerade and the way that it can siege. Maev still down for another 25 seconds. Leorc with the Wraith walk through a few enemies. Going to try and back out of that. Hyde getting chunked down to around 50%. Dynouh takes a handful of damage. The mid lane keep getting poked at. A few more moments here for our next objective to pop up. And that'll give time for Heroics and Maev to respawn. By the way, the pin down level 4 for Maev, currently 2 stacks for her. Can actually take a look and see what's done on this. Nope, I can just see that it's bonus damage 40%, okay. I mean, if you think about it though, it's next Punisher, I'd say wins the game. Mid keep is exposed, mid keep is exposed. Yeah, this next Punisher could be game ending. Yeah, there was a massive turnaround. Massive turnaround, Crush, for sure. Here we are, 18 minutes in-game time, just about. We've got our Punisher up and available. 10 seconds. Mopsio starts out this little engagement with a Shadow Charge, takes a Curse Blow to the face. Lightning Breath was activated. Containment Disc thrown onto Diablo. As his Lightning Breath expires, the Bunker from Blaze will zone for a moment or two. A good chunk of Skeletal Defenders go over to the side of Team Mascarade. Top lane's got a decent wave and catapults and such pushing in with the Fallen Shaman, so they'll have to be mindful of that on the side of Team Dynouh. Crankle goes in. Yasuo throwing some Twin Flames back at the enemy. Mopsio landing a good Shadow Charge. Activates the Lord of Terror. The Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. The Dirge of Hate goes wide of the enemy. Hyde is the first one to go down, losing his Diablo Souls. Diablo goes down, losing his actual Diablo Souls. Maiev is going to be picked off next. Phase shift onto Yasuo bolsters this Blaze. As I mentioned, we have Fallen Shaman pushing up towards the core, but the catapults are really going to be dealing significant damage here. And core is dropping rapidly. Like, really rapidly. Like, Dynouh's got to go home rapidly. Crankle is gonna go down. Dynouh's able to get back here, and there's 31% left on this core. I think if you're Team Masquerade, you just go for this. You just go for this end. I mean, you've taken down 3. It's a Stuke off. Dynouh's got to make the biggest play on Earth right now as Leoric does respawn. He drops the Entomb. Hyde, unfortunately, can't find the value he wants. Dynouh, around 500 HP. And Masquerade is, Mopsio is just activating Lightning Breath to start working on this core. Hyde is getting good damage, but he will fall. And Team Masquerade turn game 1 around. GG, well played. An unexpected turn of tables.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Wowee. Shout out to the person that put 42,000 on Team Dynouh, because unfortunately, your points are going to be going to 4 lucky viewers. All right, you know the dealio. Let's go ahead and jump out of our stats. We'll go ahead and roll a block of ads out, and when those ads are over, we'll get into our next map. I'll see you in just a few moments. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry if I sound hoarse. I'm still kind of getting over everything that I've been getting over. We're here in Battlefield of Eternity, map number 2. First best of 3 of the day. I don't know how many we're gonna do. I'm still I'm still recovering with my injection. Not 100%, but I can sit way better than I could yesterday. Yesterday I got up. I literally got out of bed yesterday, sat in the chair in darkness. I didn't start the PC. I didn't do anything. I literally just came in here, sat down in the chair for 5 minutes, and I was like, no, this is not happening. But today, knock on wood, it's a lot more manageable. And I don't know why I sound so hoarse, though. I really don't know why I sound so hoarse. But probably because it's early and I'm tired. Wasn't play on Team Masquerade. I'm looking. I remember them being drafted. I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember them being drafted. No, play is on Team Gia. It's actually on Team Gia. Yeah, no worries. If you want to look at the rosters, there you go. Sound like a horse. Nay. Imagine NA having a tournament with 5-player teams, no roster additions. We'd collapse, yeah. I want to watch the eclipse, but the moon will be in the way. Alright. Anyways, we're here on Battlefield of Eternity, map number 2. We've got a Hanzo Li Ming Dahak on the left-hand side, Hogger and Anub'arak band away, Lucio Tracer band away. Andu and Chromie on the right will be picked up. A Varian wouldn't be too bad for Team Masquerade. Varian would not be too bad of a pickup, as you have the Chastise into Taunt into Chastise into Chromie Big Burst. But I'm wondering if Team Dynouh will just ban that out. If I was drafting for Team Dynouh, I'd be considering the... No, they're going to get rid of Genji instead. Okay. All right. Genji removed. No Cybernetic Ninja. Dynouh and Chromie. As I said, I'd like to see the Variant. I think it'd be super simple of a draft. Very, very simple of a draft. And then you could pick up, like a auto attacker that burns through the Immortal quite quickly. What? I wasn't expecting an Alarak. I was not expecting an Alarak to be showing up here in this map. All right, this is the one of the maps where we do see Alarak the most. So I don't think it's a bad pickup. It's just I was not expecting to see Alarak today, or at least in this draft for map number 2. Okay, all right. Hanzo, Li Ming, Dahaka. We still have 2 more. Tyrande and Mal'Ganis. I do like the Tyrande because she does have the Huntress Mark, which does and can be applied to the Immortal. What a spicy draft for map number 2. All right, well, let me go ahead and get us into the cast and, of course, start up the prediction. Is Alarak a bounty? No, he is not. Bounties are Butcher, Cho'Gall, Nova, Azmodan, Gazlo, Murky, Probius, Valir, Kael'Thuzad. And then there's Convection, Kael'Thas, Hunt, Illidan, Nidus, Sagara, Twin Blades, Varian, Monstrosity, Abathur, and Longboat Vikings. Nightbot's taking a nap right now. Thanks for trying, Ashmantle. Am I feeling better? I'm in a better spot. I'm not 100%. I definitely still have some soreness, but the steroid shot is definitely starting to take effect as of yesterday afternoon. I'm hoping that with another day off of Monday, I'm going to be sitting in a better spot, and Tuesday when we do our subathon, we're going to be A-okay. But right side of the map, we've got Team Mascarade up in this best of 3, trying to close things out in a 2-0. Yasu, Samuro, Mopsio on the Garrosh, Masquerade, Alarak, Valar will be the Anduin, and Commander Rex is your Chromie. I need to find the Tyrande. Sentinel doesn't hit! Sentinel doesn't hit! Darnoski will be playing your Tyrande. For Team Dynouh, we've got Dynouh and Li Ming, Hyde, Dahaka, Hanzo played by Jaden, and a Crankle Mal'Ganis. Nightbot needs to sleep. Lunar Blaze level 1, Enduring Swarm for the Dahaka. We might see a full W build with Hero Stalker 4 and Symbiote level 7. Like, it's really good. If you've never tried it, because also, I mean, it's situational too. I mean, Enduring Swarm is the 50 spell armor, but you also have the increased duration by 0.5 seconds. So the Hero Stalker gives you Essence when you're hitting enemies with Dark Swarm, and then you have the Symbiote level 7, which gives you cooldown reduction by hitting enemy heroes. So there's a really nice synergy with that 1, 4, and 7. I've done it before where, and I'm not exaggerating, you pop W, the enemy team surrounds you, you burrow, you have Essence, you pop that Essence, and by the time you unburrow, you've got like 50% of your Essence back once again. It's wild. It's also a pretty good combo if you go into the level 1 tissue regeneration. That works pretty well with it too. Good drag onto Mopsio here. Valar is very low. Anduin will be the first blood in favor for the side of Team Dynouh. Team Dynouh has more bows. We know what bows mean, more wins. Everyone knows you can kill the dragon with a bow, like I did in Dark Souls 1. It only took me like 20 minutes of shooting a dragon with a bow. Crankle going in with that Night Rush, being thrown by Mopsio, almost going down. Time trap from Chromie, and Crankle will not have a day at the beach. Alright, level 1s, while our gamble is still active, we have got Lunar Blaze for the Tyrande, as we already talked about that, Enduring Swarm for the Dahaka, Symbol Geometry for the Hanzo, pretty standard. We've got Mal'Ganis with Time to Feed, Li Ming going at that Aether Walker level 1, we've got Overwhelming Power for Mephisto, or excuse me, for the Alarak on the Discord Strike, Chromie going into Deep Breathing for her Dragon's Breath. We've got Even-Handed Blessing, Way of Wind for Samuro, and Unrivaled Strength Garrosh. You still have a few moments to get your gambles in. It is 1-0 in kills. A little bit of an experience advantage to Team Dynouh. But Samuro games, Alarak games, they scale. They scale pretty interestingly. By the way, Alarak's max sadism, it can be 150. 30% from baseline kills, and another 20% from this level 4 Show of Force. Garrosh with the Indomitable picked up at level 4, but we'll talk about talents later as we do have a toss in onto 1. Darnowski getting a little bit low on this Tyrande. Hyde trying to back away. Darnowski almost going to the beach right now. Little leap of faith onto Mascarade. Yasuo goes down the left-hand side. They found the real Samuro. Okay, so the first half of the Immortal does go over to the members of Team Dynouh, and it looks like they'll get the other half as well. Chromie, as I mentioned, went into that Morbius loop at level 5, level 7, however you want to count it. Sentinel heading that time. You know, for a team that didn't hit the Sentinel, a lot of people believed in Team Dynouh, which is kind of funny to me. Samuro pops some mirror images and is able to back away. He did go into that one with the wind at level 4, but talk about those talents as I mentioned later, because we do have this Immortal pushing in through the top lane. A Larian with way too many bars of health right there. That looks a little something bugged out right there with the Immortal health bar, because that is way too many ticks. At least seemingly it is. Anyways, Samuro is catching up some soak in bottom. Hanzo done with Simple Geometry level 1. Tyrande lands another Lunar Flare right there. Jaden low on this Hanzo, but he's not going to be taken down. The fort in top lane looks like it will be picked off by the Immortal. And this is a fairly good first Immortal phase for the members of Team Dynouh. Nice objective siege. Dynouh looking to pressure more. Hyde is going to be brush talking in. Alarak is deleted. Mopsio dragged by Dahaka. Leap of Faith is a Kaimo cleanse. And it's a couple resets for Li Ming. Wowee. That was interesting. We also, by the way, have Crushing Blows for the Samuro level 7. Basic attacks against heroes reduce the cooldown of Critical Strike by 2 seconds. Critical strikes against enemy heroes increase Samuro's basic attack damage by 10% for 4 seconds, stacking up to 3 times, so 30%. Mopsio, considering is level 7. Oh, goodbye, Dahaka bottom lane. Team Mopsio, or excuse me, Team Mascarade finding their first kill of the game here in bottom onto Dahaka. Still considering that level 7 from Mopsio right now, as the bottom camp will be grabbed. Some Fell Claws into a Night Rush onto Yasuo, but he's able to pop the Wind Walk after getting a heal from the Anduin. Decent wave in top lane being pushed in. Chastise goes out as well, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any other little engagement off of this. It will be the Oppressor for the for Mopsio. Bloodthirst against heroes reduce the target spell power by 30% for 2.5 seconds. Alright, well, 10 talents here's almost here. Let's cycle through those other numbers. Dahaka will go into the drag at level 7, so he's got that Feeding Frenzy. If we didn't really talk about that. Oh, good Mopsio. Dear Lord. Dynouh gets a massive combo into the face of Mopsio, dropping that Garrosh low. Still no level 10 on the side of Team Mascarade, so it looks like they're going to forfeit this first half of the objective and just clear out their waves. Get some decent damage onto the fort front gate. Well, it's some damage. I don't know if it's decent here. Hyde rotates down. We've got the first half already done, as I mentioned. Chromie does have Temporal Loop if they want to try and make a play off of that, but by the way, it's Mal'Ganis with a Dark Conversion. No Carrion Swarm. Hanzo with the Dragon's Arrow, Isolation to Haka, Tyrande with the Starfall, and Li Ming with the Wave of Force. There's the Starfall from Tyrande. Leap of Faith, save Mascarade. We got a Chastise going out. Mopsio should go down here. Wave of Force setting up that displacement necessary. That was a Dark Conversion put on a 10-second cooldown. Alarak charging up his Deadly Strike. I don't know about this one, Mascarade. After losing your Anduin and your Garrosh, you will really want to go in for this? A full health, a fully shielded Immortal going over to the members of Team Dynouh. By the way, Mascarade with 107 Sadism. No Sadism reduction talents. We can actually see really quickly here, there's 3% from Takedown and 4% from Show of Force. Abbott, Mathis, thank you for the follow a little bit ago. I appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying the content, bud. Welcome to the streams. Alright, well, it's 6-1 in kills. Yasuo may be trying to flank over here. Dino Calamities onto one of the clones right there. On the right-hand side, we do have Hyde brush-stalking in. Big Warlord's challenge. There's a spin from the Immortal. Arrow from Hanzo goes wide. We have a Night Rush onto Chromie. She's going to time out after her time stop. Dark Conversion onto Mopsio steals some of his HP. A little Leap of Faith onto Mascarade. Ally toss to get him further away. The bottom lane fort did go down. And right now, the Immortal getting decent damage onto this keep front gate. Hyde is going to be hearthing out of this. Mopsio, I think, was trying to run at the enemy team here, trying to find some sort of groundbreaker tosser. Something before there's a level 13 difference, but it looks like the disengage will be had, and some resets to come through on mana and such, camps to be grabbed around the map, and 13 talents here faster. For Team Dynouh, as Yasuo does have to play the PvE Samuro and use that Blade Storm to clear out these waves. I'd say Crankle's in a rough spot, but I don't think they're... Yeah, the allies are not too far away. This is fine. Some scatters poke out from Hanzo, and that's the end of that. Jaden over here in the top with the help of Dynouh will grab this camp, and we'll see what happens. Team Mascarade, they need something big here. They really need like a big team. They need Team Dynouh to do exactly what Team Dynouh did around this point of last game. Just start chucking their bodies one at a time at Team Mascarade. They need one of those fall apart fights. We'll see what happens. Still half a level to go. Decent poke damage onto the keep front gate in top lane. Map is looking really good for Team Dynouh as they have not even lost a single major structure. They've taken some damage onto the fort front gates, but that's about it right there. Looks like camps will be traded, no invade, and this will be that 13 talent tier moment for the side of Team Mascarade so they can fight on even footing. Oh, Blade of the High Lord. Max Sadism 190, I think. 30, 50, 90, yes. Karawami. No, I'm saying it wrong, but it's too early and I can't do it with my brain, so we'll just keep going. Almost said Katamari, but either way, sorry, Jaden is getting picked and poked at. Mostly poked at. Dragon's Arrow goes out from our Hanzo as well. Connection onto a few enemies, and that seems to be the stall in the fight. Samuro does have to go deal with the bottom lane Fallen Shaman. I think Crankle was scouted out over on the right-hand side, and if they can get this kill onto the Mal'Ganis before I can even say his name properly, that's humongous. This is exactly what Team Mascarade needed. Little Lurker Strain, but there's an immediate response from Mopsio with that Warlord's Challenge. Hide very low. It does not look like he'll be chased down, but that was... The kill onto Mal'Ganis was pretty big right there. Good chunk of experience. Still a level lead. Looks like Mopsio taps well. First half of the Immortal does go over to the side of Team Dynouh as they were able to poke that last half of the HP. Alright, and now Mal'Ganis is back. Can they burn this down before the enemy team can get into place? It's nearing 50% already. Krankle on this Mal'Ganis is working his way in. Respect is going to be shown from Team Mascarade as they back away. 128 sadism, by the way, for Alarak. You can check on that sadism breakdown in a moment. Deadly charge is being charged. They'll cancel it. Li-Ming poking here and there. They can't wait forever on this one. Hanzo gets the Sonic Arrow right onto Mascarade. Deadly charge. Light Bomb goes in onto the backline. They find the double. That's humongous. They almost take down Hanzo and Tyrande, but they just don't have enough damage. And now the answer from Dynouh is going to be a Dragon's Arrow into a Starfall. They may have taken down Hanzo in the back line, but they just lost 4 members altogether. Picked up by Team Dynouh as they want Yasuo here. Dynouh's gonna try and get this kill. Uh-oh.
Team kill!
Chat, I do believe this looks like a map number 3 to me. This is looking pretty map 3 favorable. Absolutely humongous right there. Alright, so, Dahaka holding level 16 still. Jaden helps clear out top faster. We've got the camp and bottom already grabbed. Immortal goes into top. We've got a Sentinel from Tyrande just to scout things out. Sonic Arrow on the north side just to check for any sort of Samuro flanks. Man, the Alarak Light Bomb was so close. If they got that double kill, this would be a completely different moment, obviously. What fantastic analysis. 16 almost here. They just need that trickle in of experience for the side of Team Mascarade. The Immortal is already losing its shielding. Romy poking out here and there. Hyde looking for the drag. Went into Tunneling Claws, level 16. The Dragon's Arrow followed up by the Lunar Flare. Mascarade able to tap well. There's a toss onto Hyde who's trying to back away. He will go down. The Immortal gets some damage onto the core shielding. Samuro picked up by Li-Ming as Mopsy is trying to wiggle his way away from that damage. A few percent off the core as Dynouh adds in a few magic missiles as well. Toss onto Krankle here. Light Bomb, Alarak trying to find a combo onto Dynouh, doesn't land it. Just shy of that. Blind is a bat activated by Krankle. Tyrande with the Starfall activated as well. If things were different, they wouldn't be the same. See, thank you. Crush understood the objective. 69%. Very nice. Can we get some nices in chat for our nice core right now? Light Bomb, Deadly Charge is available. Alarak with 113 sadism currently. Let's see where this breakdown's coming from. Oh, 10% from Blades of the High Lord and 3% from takedowns. Okay. Samuro in top lane. Dragon's Arrow goes through the enemies. That's a lot of damage onto Garrosh. He is going to be left away. No Chromie time stop activated. Dynouh being pressured by Yasuo currently. But Yasuo is unable to get away. The Light Bomb combo goes in and connects onto Li-Ming this time. Samuro and Li-Ming traded. That's a big Warlord challenge onto Jaden, who gets the natural agility away. Blind as a bat from Mal'Ganis. They're trying to chase down Mascarade, who will fall a little too far away from his allies. The Chastise goes out. A little Groundbreaker as well. Some retreat pings called as well. Nice, nice, nice indeed. Thank you for the nicest, chat. I appreciate you being awake with me. Thank you for those of you who popped in chat just to do that. Thank you. I know it's early for a lot of people, especially if you're on the west coast of the United States like me.
I must find another way.
I'm excited to see what tomorrow morning looks like with the eclipse. Like, the eclipse is obviously on the other side of the United States, but I still think it's going to affect, like, the morning sun. Like, there was the eclipse last year of October, and it was, like, it wasn't too close to me either. But I remember the morning looking super weird. Like, the sunrise was like, it was just like, everything was kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a little bit dark. It was just weird. It was just so slightly different. Big isolation from Dahake over on the right-hand side. Meanwhile, Samuro will be taken down. 20 talent here did come through for Team Dynouh. Charge, light bomb. Where's the light bomb? Going down to Tyrande on the back line once again. Mascarade trying to find this kill, but he's isolated himself from the entire team and will go down. Trying to make the big play for the team just did not work out for for Mascarade. Mopsio will have some health stolen away. And this is looking like, okay, they're actually going to go for core here. Yeah, yep. Uh-huh. Team Dynouh warming up in map number 1, closing it out here in map number 2. We're going to a map 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we start our first best 3 today with a 3-game series. Nicely done. GG, well played. I'm going to get 88% coverage just in time to drive home from work. Wildfire, in my opinion, they should let you go early. And I don't mean that, like, so you can enjoy it. I mean it for legitimately safety purposes. I feel like you could argue, you could make an argument for safety purposes that you should leave early. Obelisk Show, I think is how I say your name. Thanks for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content, bud. The law says I have to play Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden during the eclipse tomorrow. Black Hole Sun. What time is the eclipse tomorrow? It's like middle of the day, isn't it? Well, I guess it's throughout the day, huh? All right, you know the dealio. We're gonna run some ads, and when the ads are over, we'll get into our next series or our next map. BRB, consider subscribing. We do have a subathon coming up on Tuesday, so if you're holding your sub for that, I appreciate it, but enjoy the ads if you get them. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Banshee Cup round number 5. We're in our first best 3 of the day. We've got Team Dynouh on the left and Team Mascarade on the right. So it's a best of 3 series, and we're in the round robin phase, so winning, this is basically a best of 1 at this point. It is very important to win these games because obviously you're placing, you're getting placement for seeding during the GSL stage, which is going to be coming up later. Is it later this? Yeah, it's later this month because the grand finals happen on the weekend of Cinco de Mayo. First weekend in May is when the grand finals happen. So, but yeah, I got the shot on Friday. I wasn't allowed to take any sort of anti-inflammatory stuff, and the way they had positioned me for the shot on Friday, basically, I had to lay on my stomach, and they had pillows underneath my stomach, so my back was arched, and that opened up it opened up the 2 spine columns, because then they needed to get the injection into there. And the injection was not bad at all. It was fairly, like, I have a pretty big pain tolerance, and it just was not that bad. But the worst part was just literally the way that they had me laying. The next day yesterday morning, I was in excruciating pain, and I couldn't take any anti-inflammatories until 24 hours after I had gotten the shot. So yesterday at like 1-ish, I could take one of the Celebrex that I normally take, and by like 2 o'clock yesterday, I was feeling a lot better. So we're making small strides forward, and after we're done with stream today, I'm literally gonna lay on the floor. Tomorrow I'm gonna lay on the floor, and then Tuesday for the subathon, we should be a-okay. Thanks everyone for your concern, and I appreciate it a ton. Sorry for the ramble during the start of our draft here, as we do have a Lucio Genji Tyrael for the side of Team Mascarade. Sonya Johanna on the left-hand side for Alterac Pass. We've already had a Hogger Uther band on the side of Team Dynouh. Junkrat and a Nubarak band up by Team Mascarade. As a reminder, this is the Meta Madness style of draft, so heroes that were played in the 2 previous maps are unavailable in this map number 3. There are some bounties. If there is one that's picked up, I'll let you guys know. Otherwise, we'll just continue enjoying this map number 3 draft as we get a Chen ban. Usually surrounded by mimics, yes, yes. Some of the best, actually, there's some decent weapons and stuff. Yeah, there's some decent weapons and stuff in Dark Souls that are in mimic chests. I really want mimic chests in Elden Ring DLC. I really want, I want one mimic chest. One. I just want one singular mimic chest in Elden Ring DLC. By the way, when Elden Ring DLC comes out, that is all we're doing on this stream. I know it's gonna kill our viewership. I'm sure it will kill our sub amount.
The wait is over.
Are they trying to do like an all Diablo draft? Because that doesn't exist. I mean, for the bounties. Last season there was an all Diablo draft that you could do, like all StarCraft, all Diablo, all Alliance, all Horde. This is literally an all Diablo draft, which I find very funny from Team Dynouh. Lucio Genji Tyrael. Tracer's already been banned away. Diva Ghoul Dan. One mimic chest, but it keeps moving. Look, oh, dude, CB, I would love that. Like, it's like one mimic chest, but it's kind of randomized for everybody. You're making that commitment to what? To Elden Ring DLC? Yes, I love Elden Ring I love Elden Ring. Abathur will be the last pick here. I don't think it's going to be Monstrosity. I think this is just going to be Ultimate Evolution. They just win the game. Granted, Alterac Pass is a pretty decent map if they want to go into Monstrosity and Split Push. We'll see what happens. I've seen Army of Darkness and I know all the words. I haven't seen Army of Darkness in years. Honestly, I forget Army of Darkness. Like you could have the randomized mimic chest, but it's in only one area. Because I know they've already, like, spoilers, by the way. They've announced that there's going to be a poison area. There's going to be, like, a Blight Town type thing. Well, I didn't really say Blight Town, but everyone's like, it's going to be Blight Town! I would love if there was, like, one new area where that's where the chest was randomized. Like, I think that'd be really funny. Left side of the map, map number 3 in our first best of 3 of the day, we have got Team Dynouh. Hyde playing your Sonya. We've got a Darnowski, your Ariel. Crankle on Johanna. Dynouh to play the Cassia, and Jaden will be your Slugbug Abathur. Right side of the map, it's Team Mascarade. Yasu Diva, Commander Rex with Ghoulish Daniel, Mascarade Genji, Valar is the Lucio, and last but not least, Mopsio on the Tyrael. Hey Ninja, you're just in time for the gamble. There's an Abathur. Literally in time for an Abathur gamble, Ninja. And since we do 5-minute gambles now, you got decent amount of time to get to that. By the way, I hope everything with your mom worked out. That I was actually telling my doctor when I was getting my shot on Friday. I was just shooting the shit with my doctor, and I had told him how I was like, oh yeah, like one of my viewers was telling me that like his mom got scammed through her actual tablet. Because he was telling me how his mom was visiting my doctor, and she had her purse stolen, lost, they weren't really sure. But the big stress is, you know, when you fly in the United States, you need your state ID or driver's license to be able to travel. Now, if you lose it, there's ways around these things, but it's just inconvenient. I'm sure that she just has to go through some, like, extra stages of checking who she is and blah, blah, blah. But that's just annoying, you know? Lose your driver's license right before you have to travel. Gul'dan, by the way, is going to go into the Echoed Corruption level 1. Nothing really major to note. Sonya did go Warpaint level 1. We often see Slam, but Warpaint's not, like, not a crazy change. Good self-sustainability. Basic attacks heal for 30% of the damage dealt. The shot in your, The shot was for your back pain? Yes, yes. I had a, basically it's a steroid injection in my L5S1, and the steroid basically is to allow the inflammation to be taken down so my back can start recovering. Because the reason I can't recover properly is because there's constant inflammation, and that's denying me the ability to push my body further to heal. Strengthen. Strengthen is the word. We need to strengthen the muscle and such around that area. But I apologize for diverging. Doing my best to kind of focus on the games. But I appreciate everyone's concern and asking how I'm doing. I really do appreciate it. It's been a really rough 3 months, and I'm banking on this being the step forward in our full recovery. The big thing is I'd rather heal through physical therapy and stuff and not have to do surgery. Because if I do surgery, we're basically just restarting the entire recovery process over again, if you really think about it. I hope it comes with the frame issues the original Blighttown had. Oh my god, no, please no. Yeah, she had no chance of getting it back. Yeah, that's so the reason, and I'm not trying to like be like, oh my god, someone got scammed. I'm trying to tell people about it now, be like, no, you gotta look out for this new scam. Because it's directly onto the tablet. Like, that was what I was telling the doctor. I was like, yeah, like, it wasn't like they called her and was like, oh, this is Microsoft, you have to pay to fix your tablet. No, it was in the tablet. Sorry for asking diverging questions. Do not apologize. We get off topic a lot. I apologize a lot because I'm from the Midwest. We're naturally sorry for everything. Also, I went to Catholic school, so, you know, they just burn that in your brain. I'm not Catholic at all. I was never baptized, but you know what? You go to enough Catholic school, they just make you feel guilty. Alright, we have our first objective still up. 7 on both sides. Abathur build is looking fairly normal. I don't think we see Evolved Monstrosity, but you just never know. You really just never know if these players are looking for that bounty. I have a feeling that this is just going to be playing Abathur to win. Ultimate Evolution with a Cassia is just so very good. Because keep in mind, Ultimate Evolution gets spell and auto attack speed. Or I guess spell power and auto attack speed, so... And more auto attacks from a Cassia. That's not a bad dealio right there. We got Genji in the backline trying to provide some damage. Krankle getting really low is going to get a heal. As, by the way, Abathur was in front of the fort front gate. Doesn't look like Mascarade was able to scout out the bug, but we have 23 seconds to go on channel time for Team Mascarade, right? I always mix up these objective timers. The machines are scamming us from the inside now? Yeah. Oh, Lucio tried to make the outplay happen. It didn't work out. One delay onto the objective. Team Dynouh will not be interrupted. Okay, so no, sorry, I had it backwards. It was still 23 seconds to go up for Team Dynouh channel. 10 talent here, almost here for both sides. Sonya in mid is going to take some damage. Actually, Hyde getting chunked heavily here. Should go down. Wow. Great dive and burst. Hyde just was not expect. Man, that Echo Corruption did so much damage. Though, that will be the objective phase. First one of the game going over to the side of Team Dynouh. As Abathur, still half a level to go, soaks up a bit in bottom lane. Oh, wait, hold on. This is a very low Ariel. The X-Strike from Genji, the Swift Strike through. Gul'dan gets the kill. Bunny Hop Diva, High Five Lucio, Horrify Gul'dan, and a Sanctification for the Tyrael. As the objective phase comes in through mid, we will see Mule called down by Jaden. I'm just staring at Abathur's level 10. It is Ultimate Evolution, so no Monstrosity. Wrath Berserker Sonya, Ball Lightning Cassia, Bless Shield for the Johanna, and a Crystal Aegis on your Ariel. Gul'dan making quick work of bottom. Lucio helping out with Genji on top of that. Sonya in the top lane. Diva Mecha Explosion zones Hideaway. DPS from Diva Pilot is going to be able to take down this objective. Krankle was sitting in the bush. Hyde gets the hat from Abathur. The Bless Shield off the wall. Yasuo is not going to lose her mech. Or, excuse me, Diva will not lose her mech. Yasuo fine here as he's going to tap well. Maybe look to boost in if he's got it. Genji done with Shuriken Mastery. Mopsio looking to chase in with the Elduran's Might. Genji jumps in as well with the Cybernetic Agility. Ball Lightning from Cassia utilized here. Valar getting really low, 76 HP on the Lucios. He amps it up, trying to back away. Abathur Clone is going to be able to take down the Diva Mech. That's still half a kill for the side of Team Dynouh. That's still half a heroic amount of experience. And we already looked at stats, but I'm just curious really quickly. It's a fairly close game between these two teams, but you can see right there, 1 to 2 in kills. It still is 300. Less than 300 experience difference from just that bar. All right. Camps will be grabbed from mid lane. By the way, as a reminder, as we have this lull in the game, if you're enjoying yourself here on Twitch, be sure to drop a follow. Costs you $0. We do stream, well, we try to stream 6 days a week. I've been going through some medical issues, but we got a subathon coming up next week, which should be a really fun time. Yeah. We got a lot of fun content here. We got Discord movie nights, we got Mario Kart. Actually, Mario Kart will be next week as well, so if you like throwing green shells backwards at a streamer and watching them get upset on stream, be sure to come play Mario Kart and throw green shells backwards at me. That's actually like one of the best ways to make it into a best of Baja, which speaking of, I need to work on the next one. It's just been hard to sit at the computer and edit videos and stuff. But hopefully we'll be healing up here and then we can get back on track with our content this year. 13 talent here over to the side of Team Mascarade for a few more moments as we'll see that 13 picked up by the side of Team Dynouh. This is a clone of Cassia. Jaden is your Abathur player, so you can also tell from the model and stuff like that, but either way. Monkasteer indeed. Second objective phase is up and available. Mascarade is going to take a handful of damage from Hyde, who looks to back away towards the allied side of the map. Ultimate Evolution up in 40 seconds. That's actually the only heroic down currently. Mule is going to be called down from mid lane. A little bit of poke damage onto the fort here. Mule heals for just under 4,000 HP onto structures. If it gets the full duration. Diva Mecha Explosion probably kills the Mule. So they still get some healing on that mid lane fort, I do believe. Bless Shield was initiated. Wrath Berserker activated by Sonya. 15 seconds to go on Ultimate Evolution. Ball Lightning available if Cassie wants to drop it in this fight. Doesn't seem like Dynouh's going to go for that as Hyde is going to back away, tap well. Krankle getting a little low here. Mopsio drops the Elduran's Might in. Looking to maybe teleport in with that sword and won't reactivate it. Hey, good morning, Skullfy. Good to see you, bud. Happy Sunday to you, my friend. I hope you're having a good one, and thanks for coming by the stream. Jaden copies the Cassia. Looking for some extra damage onto Valor here. 20% bonus attack damage and 20% spell power. That's right, it's bonus attack damage, not speed. Commander X gets chunked a little bit. Objective phases have not been channeled by either side. Diva looking to push up mid. Take out that Mule so it doesn't keep healing up this mid lane fort. Nice call. Johanna steps into the bush and finds a Lucio, but meanwhile on the left-hand side, the high five has to come out onto Mascarade. A very low Lucio trying to speed boost. 96 HP. The ball lightning from Cassia goes out, but Tyrion's able to break the distance, and it doesn't really get that many bounces. Genji gets a delay onto Hyde. I can't believe it. Meanwhile, D.Va got wonderful value through mid. Almost taking down the fort. Uh-oh, Hyde has found D.Va mech. Yeah, she should be dead. She has pilot, good to go, but Yasu is dead. To go. I thought I had something there, completely didn't. Shurikens to try and take down the fort really quickly. When Abathur has Mule, you really want to make sure you confirm these forts and stuff like that. Masquerade low, cybernetic agility away. High five from Lucio, but we still have Johanna chasing in. Lucio gets the push up, the Horrify from Gul'dan. They're going to focus on the Hyde here. Crystalagus saves Hyde, and no, it doesn't, unfortunately. Tyrael gets the kill, and Mobseal's able to Druin's Might out. Mule now being called down for mid. You can see the assist pings. It's got 947 HP, and as I said, Mule heals for just under 4K. Ariel, repeated defense, 1 stack away. We've got the Reservoir of Hope. That's a big 16 talent. Each time energy, each maximum energy ray of heaven, so that's the healing circle thingy, increase the amount of energy that can be stored by 75. So that just means that you can store more energy, you get bigger, chunkier heals. Condemn onto D.Va. She pops the bunny hop, gets a couple good stuns, or at least one, activates Mech Explosion before losing the mech. Yasu able to resummon the mech down, and the fight will continue through mid lane. Boost from D.Va. Hyde pops Wrath of Berserker. Sonya spinning through the enemy as Lucio comes through with a few high fives. The ball lightning going out from Cassia. Meanwhile, Masquerade's so focused on taking down this mid lane fort. And the funny thing is, there's another mule coming down as well. There's another mule. God, that's gotta be so frustrating. Darnowski going for the channel here. Masquerade can't get the delay as the Shurikens were body blocked by Krankle, or at least Krankle eats all those shots. Gul'dan finishes Echoed Corruption. He's got the Ruinous Affliction level 16. This is a big pickup for Gul'dan. Horrify activated. X-Strike from Genji, I feel like, is more of a disengage tool. That mid lane fort, by the way, it's getting near 50% HP, but let's focus in on the fight still. Crystalagus activated on Darnowski. Unfortunately, Tyrael takes down Ariel. It's a double kill over to the side of Team Masquerade. Wait, double kill? No. Just a singular. Dynouh will fall. Krankle getting low here. Oh, that is a handful of damage from our Gul'dan. Lucio is able to wall right around, and this mid lane fort will finally fall. It only took like 3 or 4 attempts to really take down that fort. D.Va goes to soak top. Looks like this objective is in the bag for Team Masquerade. Anybody, by the way, watch WrestleMania yesterday? I always like watching big events, and I was watching WrestleMania. So, some of the bouts, some of the fights were really entertaining, and then The Rock was there, and then I was like, ugh. I feel like I just don't like The Rock. He ruins things for me. And I know wrestling, like, there's like a bunch of BS in wrestling and stuff like that, and it's over the top and stuff, but it was just like, ugh. There was a bout with or a fight or a card match, whatever you want to call it. It was like The Rock and some more popular wrestler versus, I don't know. I barely know like the characters nowadays. But The Rock was just pulling some BS the entire time, and it just made it so unentertaining for me. Like, there was a point where he was just like blatantly like cheating or whatever, and I was just like, all right, cool, like, cheaters. The lesson here is that cheaters never get punished. Got it.
This is the last blow you strike.
It kind of took the wind out of the sails of that, but whatever. We got level 20s here on the right-hand side for Team Mascarade. We'll see the upgrade on Sanctification with the Holy Arena. Albeit of Armor, we'll see Living Weapon, Haunt for the Ghoul. Dan, it's assumed to be Mixing Fire, but sometimes we get that, Summer Party, right? House Party? I forget the level 20. Nah, it's gonna be Mixing Fire, okay. Bosses are traded, but... yeah, this boss is working on an exposed keep. Mid lane's being pushed up as well. Also, apparently, like, The Rock is apparently like a Trump supporter now. I keep seeing this all over the internet that like The Rock is very, very conservative, and I was like, huh, all right, not what I was expecting, but okay. Ball lightning from Cassia thrown out. The Horrify from Gul'dan with the Haunt connecting onto Dynouh. Mid keep does go down. Sonya trying to save top. Don't think she's going to be able to do so. The boss and the wave are looking pretty good. Win conditions set up here for the side of Team Mascarade in this map number 3. Typically, you need to take down 2 keeps to reduce the armor and such of the core. As you can see right here, spell and physical armor are sitting at 20. Over here, it's going to be sitting at 60 since there's 3 keeps up and available. Of course, since there are 3 keeps, it's invulnerable, but bottom lane boss does get some decent siege here. He's an old rich guy. Of course, he's a Republican. I don't view him as an old rich guy. Like, with some of the roles that he's played, like, albeit I'm not the biggest Rock fan, but with some of the roles that he played, you'd think that he wouldn't be, but whatever. Granted, a lot of people are like, if you watched his wrestling career and stuff like that in the past, it all kind of makes sense, but... Tyrael goes down. That's going to be a kill onto Lucio. Team Dynouh rallying in this late game engagement. That's a big double kill. But they've got a long road to pave. A lot needs to be done. Let me phrase it that way. A lot needs to be done still for the side of Team Dynouh. I mean, there's still 2 forts up and available. The keep in bottom lane has taken some damage. Meanwhile, you're sitting on the threat of hope is this bottom lane keep right now. That's at least giving you the periodic Reaver minions. But meanwhile, on top, constant Reaver minions. Meanwhile, mid, constant Reaver minions. And the big thing with these lads here is, and sometimes people don't know this, the Reaver minions, they don't deal extra damage to structures. You can see that the attack damage and the structure damage is the same. But look at this, they have physical armor. They've got 50 physical armor, and that allows them to push and tank a lot during these waves. So, big thing to consider in your own games as well. Dangerous water talking politics. Oh no, we're just talking about The Rock, that's all. I was just surprised to find all this out. I don't care about politics right now. It's spontaneous. Everyone knows my stance on politics. CEO Thunderdome and life necessary medications and things like insulin should be dirt cheap. As well as the systems to administer those things should be very cheap. Ball lightning goes out from Cassia. Not infinite level 20. She went into the Titan's Revenge. The objective phase pushing into top does take down the fort. They already got the mid lane fort down as well. Team Dynouh taking a few chunks out of the armor of Team Mascarade here in this late game. And as I mentioned, it's a best 3 series, so it's very, very important for the group stage standings, or excuse me, for the GSL bracket standings. So D.Va clears out bottom. Keep won't be lost here. Boss up and top is 30 seconds. Boss and bottom is 42. Genji's able to swift strike away. All right, things are looking fine still. so... no subdue. 22 stacks on Reservoir of Hope. Can we... Does this show anything on this? Bonus storage, 1,650. God dang. Alright, sorry, just skimming through any sort of questing talents. We mentioned it earlier, but Echo Corruption for the Gul'dan is done. Mid camps will be cleared out. Objective phase hasn't been announced yet. D.Va cancels the bunny hop early. This is the 4th objective phase of the game, if I'm not mistaken. First was top, second was bottom, third was top, fourth is bottom, yeah. Tyrael goes in with the Eldrin's Might. Dynouh's gonna be the target. Rankles doesn't have Blessed Shield for another 26. That's a lot of damage onto the Johanna right now. Lucio pushes in. That's going to be a Ball Lightning going out from the Cassia. Lucio, so very low, does go down to the Sonya. The Horrify from Gul'dan activated. Sonya will utilize her Ignore Pain level 20. Yasuo trying to boost away. One slam from Sonya. The spear does connect. And now Yasuo, who lost their mech, will lose their life as well. This is a late game massive turnaround for Team Dynouh. Sonya grabs wave and bottom. Mascarade trying to push up mid. We've got Abathur clearing out top with a hat or two. This is doable. Very, very doable. We're going to cycle through those numbers again because I do want to show you some of those late game stats when it comes to damage, healing, and experience and stuff. Sonya's currently soloing the boss in bottom. I do believe she'll need some help, and Cassie is rotating down to do that. And seems like bosses will be traded. Though Abathur does have a mine over here, so they do see this. They do see this. They know that this is boss's traded. Granted, though, this will need to be defended. But they should get it. Yeah, they'll get objective. This boss will go and get bottom keep, I think. And it's just defend at core. Okay. It's not a bad setup for Team Dynouh. Very, very doable. And they'll also grab a camp for mid lane. This kind of feels like an all-in, though, from the side of Team Mascarade. Does feel like they're all in trying to end through top with this boss, and we'll see if they can do it. Boss and bottom, as I mentioned, is going to get keep here. Okay, we got a pause. What a time. What a time for a pause, chat. What a time for a pause. What an absolute time for a pause. God dang it. Oh, man. This is a tense moment. Alright, so main tank DC, looks like the player is back. They're ready. Ready, okay. Alright. Player's back in, we're ready to go. So that gets that, but I don't think it ends. I don't think it ends right now. Blessed Shield from the Johanna to start things out. Huge condemn! Gul'dan's the first one to go down. Yasuo is going to boost in, gets hit into the wall from this Detainment Strike. Vandar Stormpike seems to be defending. Mobseo gets the Sanctification down on the ground. The D.Va Mecha Explosion. The boss is getting decent damage onto the core, but Mobseo, so very low, is going to go down. The objective is pushing out. The boss was cleared away. Oh, it's all gone to heck for the side of Team Mascarade as they were winning this game, and now they're not. Oh, brooms out. Reverse sweep achieved. Reverse sweep in a best of 3. I mean, it's not as cool, but hey, you know what? Reverse sweep. I have a button for this.
Miss.
What's up, Anton White? How you doing, bud?